What's up, everybody? My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic, and today we are playing RAKDOS FLING. So RAKDOS FLING is, of course, Rakdos. Red and black is Rakdos colors. Fling, this is a card that was in Standard a while back, and my favorite deck ever was Red-Green Pummeler, where you just make a really massive creature, you fling them in, and the life is good, and like that's just one of my favorite decks ever. So RAKDOS FLING, one of the best things about this is that in Rakdos we have some massive creatures right now, creatures that you just never have like this big. So Rotting Registrar for 3 mana, you get a 7/6, and hopefully you get in for a few attacks with that. But if you can't, or if they go to kill it, you just fling it in at their face for 7 damage, or fling it in for the final points of damage. Clackbridge Troll. It's a 5 mana 8/8 with trample and haste. So if we don't actually get to attacking because it creates white goat creature tokens, which, by the way, I've been wanting to do an Ethereal Absolution deck with this, which I think would be really fun. But at the beginning of combat on your turn, any opponent may sacrifice a creature. If it does, then they'll tap the troll, you gain 3 life and draw a card. So this actually is just a lot of card draw for us, which helps us dig for our flings, dig for our Embercleave, which is also amazing with this. We can attack in with all of our other cheaper stuff, Gutterbones, Knight of the Even Legion, Dreadhorde Butcher, which is really, really good with Embercleave, by the way, and Fling. This is actually one of the main key components of this deck, is if we can get a Dreadhorde Butcher, we get it pumped up. If we have an Embercleave onto it, then it'll actually gain 2 counters a turn, because each time it does damage to them, and also giving it trample will make it get more counters that way. It'll keep getting bigger and bigger, and then if ever it dies, like with Fling, Fling will do damage equal to its power, and then it itself will also do damage equal to its power to any target. So that can just be a really quick way to win, is like get out Gutterbones, get out a Dreadhorde Butcher, be swinging in with a couple of creatures, which will make Embercleave even cheaper. Bring in Embercleave and then fling them in or something like that, and that's just really fun. Anyway, so this is basically the deck. A lot of stuff that kind of goes in with value with this. Bonecrusher Giant works really well with this. Murder's Rider. I went down to 2 copies for this deck because I just didn't feel like I was wanting more of that specific thing in the deck. It wasn't as aggressive as we're needing it, but I do like having the removal for planeswalkers, for creatures. Judith also here, which is just extra damage if people do end up wiping our board or something like that. Also gives everything a little bit more power, which works with Fling and Embercleave. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get to the gameplay, see how this does for us, and wish me luck. All right, up against Tithe Drinka. I'm putting it on Tithe Drinka. It's kind of weird if you think about it. Like, who drinks Tithe? Tithe is money, right? It's like, all right. Oh, excuse me. So we're on the draw, so hopefully we can find red mana. That would be great. But either way, we do have Rotting Registrar on turn 3, which is good. Is it good enough in this format, though? It may not be. Like, that's such a weird thing, is like a 3 mana 7/6 on turn 3 might just be terrible. We're going to keep this, though. I mean, it is a good play. If we find red mana, this is an amazing hand. So we're going to hope that we find red mana along the way. But just play, there we go. Red mana along the way. Perfect. This is a really annoying blocker for our Dreadhorde Butcher. We can kill it with our Bonecrusher Giant, at least. Woodland Champion. Alright, that's annoying. Dreadhorde Butcher comes in. Let's Bonecrusher Giant. Oh, what do we Bonecrusher Giant? The Goose or the Woodland Champion? It might be the Woodland Champion now. The Goose we can deal with. It is annoying. But let's go ahead and get rid of that before he becomes massive. And they do get massive really quickly. So next turn we get Rotting Registrar. Hopefully we find red mana, we can get 2 of these guys out. Hopefully at least one of them gets in for an attack. And if it's a player or a planeswalker, so if they do bring out Oko, we can hopefully, which I'm thinking might come down this turn. Thrashing Brontodon. Interesting. Let's just bring out our big dinosaur. This is part of the issue too, is having to discard every turn. We actually might want Knight of the Even Legion now against this deck. Dreadhorde Butcher, if they can't ever really get in for a swing, doesn't make it very good. Discard, yeah, Dreadhorde Butcher. Ooh, Bedevil, eh? Hacha. Let's go ahead and kill that. Swing on in there. They may just want to make a token here so they actually can draw. Assassin's Trophy, get more land. Okay, take action. This comes in Untapped. Is it still better than, like, I don't think we play Dreadhorde Butcher. The benefit of that is that it has haste, so we can play it on later turns. So bring out Knight of the Ebon Legend. This can also pump and then fling later on too, which is really good. Thrashing Brontodon. Ugh, man. All right, play the Bloodfell Caves. Man, I cannot spoke right today. Swing on in there. We're hoping to just kind of play this Bone Crusher Giant. We also, I guess, are hoping to do damage, I guess. Just grow this guy. We can still bring down the Dreadhorde Butcher. This might stop them from attacking back. Oh man, I'm sorry guys. I'm having issues right now. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, we're good. Yeah, I've been getting over a cold. Apparently not very well. Man. Alright, next turn we can pump Knight twice. We can pump it once and fling as well. So at the beginning of our end step, so this is actually interesting. So we get a counter onto Knight of the Ebon Legion. All right, well now it's gone. But I am intrigued by this. So I think that you can sacrifice fling him in after the fact of Dreadhorde Butcher being able to do stuff. So Castle Embereth is actually pretty fun as well with this. Let's get down Gutter Bones though. Pass the turn. If they do go to kill our Bone Crusher Giant, we can fling it at their Thrashing Brontodon, get in for some damage next turn. It looks like they're kind of stuck on stuff here. Anyway, what I was trying to say is with Knight of the Ebon Legion, it gets a counter on the end step, but it still has the plus 3/3 until the end of turn, which gives a little bit more value. All right, I'm debating if I want to fling this at Thrashing Brontodon anyway, just to be able to get in with these guys. They get to create a token here. They may just have more removal anyway. Castle Embereth lets us... The issue is that we lose all of our red mana with Castle Embereth. If we find an Embercleave, I'm going to want this Bone Crusher Giant. Actually, I guess we don't, even then. Oh, wait, no. You target them, sacrificing this. Also, if we find Embercleave, then Thrashing Brontodon's got to go. Negate! No! It's such a big blowout. Alright, Dreadhorde Butcher, swing in. We at least get to kill Thrashing Brontodon. Oh, that was such a bad trade-off, though. I mean, I think we needed to do it. I was hoping they'd let it through if they saw it. Maybe I should have, like, pumped first so that they would see the trade-off would happen. All right, Woodland Champion comes down. Yep. Ooh, Embercleave. All right, well, we do get to swing in. Play the Embercleave here. Yeah, flashing onto Gutter Bones. Down to 8, past the turn. Next turn, we also get to Castle Embereth, make him 4 power here. How much is it to just equip it? Just 3 mana. That's not bad at all. When it passes the turn, we go to combat. See if they have some sort of removal here. Attack in. Have another Assassin's Trophy, which I actually am glad that they're blocking the killing the Embercleave instead. Or killing the Gutter Bones instead of the Embercleave. And pass the turn. Man, they have had all of the answers so far. I think I made some misplays making some unfavorable trades. particularly with the negate that I did not expect. A lot of decks should be playing negate right now though because of Dance of the Manse. That's probably the biggest reason to be playing it. All right, pass to my turn. Get some. All right. Well, we at least get to draw a card here. Take 2. Blackbeard's Troll is pretty fun. It resolves. The benefit here is card draw and life gain. Every time they sacrifice something, which they make a massive woodland champion. That is actually really annoying, but we get to gain life. Oh man, that's actually really bad. No. All we did is just grow their guy. Oops. Oh gosh. Oh, that was ridiculous. Sometimes you just lose like this, you know? If we find another Clackbridge Troll, right, how many Assassin's Trophies have they had? 3? Man, ridiculous. This deck that they have is really, really good, by the way. Yeah, they kill us in 1 turn now. All right, Breeding Pool. Yeah, we might just throw damage at face. Because then we can bring back a Gutter Bones as well, which gives us Embercleave for next turn. Do they have another negate? Oh my gosh. That scared me. Alright, we still have enough mana to Gutter Bones. Which, I mean, if they have a way to remove this Bone Crusher Giant, we're just dead. But we at least get to bring back Gutter Bones as something else to do later on. I guess we could actually put Embercleave under this Bone Crusher Giant, though, just to be able to block the Woodland Champion. And trade off. Double strike and trample. Pass the turn. They get to gain some life here. Crashing Brontone. Gets to kill our Embercleave. And we're still in the game, so we're gonna trade off here. Dude, this guy has had literally the answer for everything. And not only that, but has like 3 copies of that answer every time. Which is, I guess, what this deck is trying to do, you know? So it makes sense. Alright, Bedevil. Do they have a negate now? Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. The last card in hand now is negate. For the love of donuts, you gotta be kidding me. Nice. Oh, come on. Dude, if I could be as lucky at drawing as this guy is, that would be amazing. Pass the turn, we get a blocker. We're not out of the game yet. Right? Yep, swings in. Chump block. Goes to the graveyard. Another Woodland Champion. See what we get. Alright, pass to my turn. Alright, play Gutter Bones. Can't block, but we can at least Castle Locthwain still. And we are gonna fling. And concede. We can actually play one of the Gutter Bones again, but oh, that was a bunch of poop stain right there. All right, up against Gabrox. Bring it on, Gabrox. Let's do this. Fable Passage into Bone Crusher Giant's pretty nice. If we do find land, which we're on the play, which is also very nice. So this is definitely keepable. Double Embercleave is not very good, but otherwise this is an okay hand. All right, while they're doing that, let's go ahead. I mean, maybe we should wait for let them scry first. We're giving them a lot of information here going mountain. It actually is, just because they will assume that we're somewhat aggressive now. All right, I still am playing the Swamp, even though the Fable Passage would be nice to get to 3 mana. But just in case we do have another untapped land, all of a sudden this becomes our 4th land, which is nice. No reason to play that yet. Right, Fable Passage. Yeah, in hindsight, definitely should have played the Fable Passage instead first. Risen Reef. All right, and now I'm actually pretty happy about it. Kill that Reefer. Fable that Passage. All right, we do need 2 red sources for Embercleave. Debating. We have something to discard with Embercleave already. This is okay. If we find land, we actually get to make this an 8/7 with Trample and Haste, or Trample and Double Strike next turn. Seems good. Opponent's passing the turn. That's actually terrifying. Most likely has removal here. We may just get down another Rotting Regisaur. Do we want to give him info here on this? Yeah, discard the Embercleave. Please work. Please, please, pretty please. Let this be okay. All right, swing in. I'm gonna give them a chance to respawn first. Yeah, they got Murderous Rider. Okay. That's cool too. I may actually go for like Bone Crusher Giant just so we don't have to discard anything. Because I really don't want to have to discard. I know Rotting Regisaur is a 7/6. But we would end up having to discard this Embercleave, which the whole point is to play this Embercleave onto this guy. Which now we should be able to do it. I'll actually let them block first as well. Alright, they block, we Embercleave. Oh, it's so fun. Alright, down to 14, kill their dude. Down to 9, pass the turn. We have the Devil for any blocker. They'll probably have removal here, which now we'll get down Rotting Regisaur. Once upon a time, maybe they don't have a removal. If it's just a blocker, we have the game. Alright, land. Land is good for them. I'm guessing this is a Sultai Lands deck. Lands matters with just extra value from all this stuff. Every time they just pass for removal, it's annoying. Just in case they do have removal, let's play Judith first. Okay, Assassin's Trophy's the Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, it does damage to them, which is nice. Do we hold on to the Bedevil? Take action. Go for a mountain. So if we play Rotting Regisaur, it means that we are discarding this Bedevil. We can also just equip here. Or we can give them 2 things to have to deal with. Let's play Rotting Regisaur. Pass the turn. Hopefully they don't have a board wipe of sorts. I mean, Rotting... what is it? Ritual of Soot would be awful here. But I do think that putting on this kind of pressure is good. We can put Embercleave onto Judith. If it does die along the way, I don't know. I'm just worried that they're going to have instant speed reaction to us putting it onto Rotting Regisaur. They discard Bedevil. Okay, Embercleave onto Judith. We have the win with Bone Crusher Giant. I don't know why it spent 2 red mana there. That was dumb. Perfect. Sweet. They do 2 damage to themselves with that. Yeah. Oh, that was sweet. So they're showing that they did have removal for the Regisar, which is why we equipped the Judith. So that was awesome. Alright, against Frowsy. Frowsy, let's do this, okay? Let's go. Man, we have lots of tapped lands, which may be okay with everything else in our hand. We just get down Gutter Bones first and then play the rest. I'm going to hold on to Fabled Passage toward the end, just in case we find another untapped source at turn 4. This is good. This is one of the issues, is that there's really bad land base for dual colored lands unless you're in like the ones with that are okay with the Scry lands. Yeah, Bloodfell Caves. Swing on in there. Pass the turn. I think Dreadhorde Butcher is probably our best play for next turn. Or untapped land, get them with something. Play Castle Embereth. Swing on in there. Well, Fabled Passage at least are now turned on. We only have 2 of these Bloodfell Caves, so now we basically only have... well, Castle Embereth we only have 1 of as well, so now we have all untapped lands except for 1 other Bloodfell Cave, so at least that's good. But with an aggro deck, I mean, luckily I didn't have as aggro of a hand, but... Yeah, pass the turn. Spectral Sailor is annoying. So Simic Flash, how do we beat Simic Flash? Alright, pass to my turn. Let's go ahead and make them sacrifice a creature, especially since we already have another Ingress Rampage. This is pretty good. Unsummons the Sailor. We are going to attack in. If they still want to trade off their Gutter Bones, we basically got a 2-for-1 by getting rid of the Unsummon as well there. Yeah, pass the turn. Dig for a swamp. I should have gone for, I guess, mountain. Maybe not. Pass the turn. Alrighty. I pass to my turn. Okay, Clackbridge Troll is really good. I actually want them to sacrifice something on this turn. We're going to go for it. I'm assuming it's going to get countered. They may not worry about it too much. But if they play like Frilled Mystic here... The thing is that it's not something that, yeah, they deal with immediately, so they may be okay with it. Alright, let's swing in. We're going for as much damage as possible. If they want to trade off, that's great, too. Yeah, swing in. Do hiss. We are going to go ahead and kill this guy. We still get to hold up Murderous Rider, or whatever they flash in. This will seem like a desperation move a little bit. We have Fabled Passage to show that we have an instant speed something or other. I'm going to hover over it, pass the turn, act like our stuff is dead. Boo hiss. Flash in that Night Pack Ambusher. We will Murderous Rider you all day long. Booyah! Take that, Punk Fifth. And bring this for black mana. Actually, now we'll go red mana. Just for Castle Embereth. It's our only thing that we're actually needing to spend mana with. Judith is good. Right, Murderous Rider. They already know that we have this one there, so let's go ahead and get them to counter that. That's fine if they do. They find a Frilled Mystic. Dude, Once Upon a Time, so good. A Nightpack Ambusher is something we can deal with. The nice thing about Fling with Murderous Rider as well is we can actually fling it and kill the Nightpack Ambusher. Because they'll do 3 damage and then the 1. But if they have another Nightpack Ambusher, life gets all sorts of bad. No blocks. That's fine. Down to 13. We have a lifelinker here, which means that they probably have a good blocker. I guess that's the good blocker, huh? Man, what do we do here? That's really annoying. We can fling and kill the Nightpack Ambusher. If they do have a counter for this fling, though, it is so bad for us. We can castle Embereth and then fling it. Get a pingage in and maybe bring back Gutter Bones. Oh, we're short of mana that way. But it's the only way to actually get back. Alright, I think we have to go for this. It says shuffle back into our hand. If they have another Nightpack Ambusher, this is even worse, though. So maybe I should have gone for the Castle Embereth anyway, just in case of a Nightpack Ambusher. Because now they have multiple answers. Still can't swing in with Judith. Pass the turn. But we've gotten rid of 2 of their big threats. Hopefully we can come back in this game before they find more. It's the dream. Brazen Borrower. Yeah, Brazen Borrower is really fast. That is annoying. 5 damage a turn now. Judith actually becomes a good blocker against the wolf because it'll trade off for 2, and I'm okay trading off 2 of these guys for Judith. Right, pass to my turn. Oh, all the lands. We certainly want those. No, we don't. Frilled Mystic here is game. Yep, good game. That's actually lethal on, I guess it's 6 mana. 6 damage. Alright, we actually do have a play here. If we find Bone Crusher Giant, we're okay. We can thin the deck here with Fabled Passage. Bone Crusher Giant can kill the Brazen Borrower and still hit here. So thin the deck. Swamp. Murderous Rider also kills us. So we have a way to stay in the game with Bone Crusher Giant. I'll stay in the game. Pass to my turn. Dreadhorde Butcher. And that's game. Boo. Alright, up against good guy Vardis. Bring it on, Vardis. The good. Alright, we'll keep this. This deck maybe needs a bit more burn, like shocks and stuff over just these Scorching Dragon Fires. I wanted to have a way to deal with Planeswalkers and just to deal with basic things in general, but I'm not sure I love it right now. Alright, pass the turn. We do have a lot of good early game interaction. Our main win conditions are kind of more late game. And so this is a little bit different from a straight aggro deck, although I would love to have a bit more of an aggro deck here. I'm not going to use that there. Let's go for, I guess, maybe I should have Bone Crusher Giant because I wanted to get value from it this turn. I should have played it there. Okay, Judith gets shocked. We get the ping. Down to 19, pass the turn. Saheeli. We actually get to kill Saheeli here.
Today
Ooh.
I craft my victory.
Bone Crusher Giant, or Dreadhorde Butcher is better though. Maybe actually. Is it better? Can Bone Crusher, Scorching Dragonfire kill it? Let's get in for the Dreadhorde Butcher. Hit Saheeli. It still grows the Butcher.
Cease this.
Pass the turn. We can Scorching Dragon. I don't want to like show them in case they have another one, but right away. Okay, pays for it. Fires of Invention. I guess we see what else they bring down. This means that they have another something they can play with Saheeli. We still can't kill Saheeli at the moment though. Justice Strike. Alright, we will kill Saheeli. Should have gone for the Bone Crusher Giant again. Man, I keep mistaking that. Yeah, get rid of Saheeli.
Innovation knows no bounds. I will return.
Ah, man, I should have gone for the Bone Crusher Giant again instead of the Scorching Dragonfire. I'm still getting used to playing with this. That getting the value from Adventure is important. We do possibly have Embercleave here. We'll see how that goes. Sarkin.
Do you? Your end has arrived.
Ah, where's the land? Alright, Rotting Regisar. Pass the turn. No attacks. Take our beats this turn. Another Fires of Invention.
They are coming.
Swings in. I'm interested to see if they actually swing in with this dragon. They're debating. Are they going to race? They do have chump blockers here. Discard Fling or Clackbridge Troll. Clackbridge Troll can be very good for us. If they do remove something here, Fling though might just win us the game. Clackbridge Troll. We had the mana to play it too. Boo. Alright, swing at their face. We're gonna go damage here.
Listen to them roar. I will consume you.
Alright, I'm thinking they're gonna go for double blocking the Rotting Regisar. Hopefully they don't have an answer for this Embercleave. Alright, perfect. Dragon first, Embercleave. On to the Rotting Regisar. Oh, it's so good. Alright, down to 8. Pass the turn. Fling will kill them. If we had... Oh, man. So this is the part of the reason I wanted the Fling. Is for this time... No! I don't know. I guess we would have discarded whatever we had if it stayed alive anyway. Because Clackbridge Troll, we would have wanted the Embercleave there regardless. So Fling at least gives us land. For the love, come on, deck. We're running 22 lands. I do want lands in this deck, but not this many. Down to 2. Clackbridge Troll doesn't do enough. Yep, shock. Bone Crusher Giant. Good game. And the Fling. Hello.
You show remorse. I'll show
Oh,
the
goodness. Boo. They just happen to find a lot of the really good answers right then. Ugh. Alright, up against Floriander. Let's do this madness. Floriander. And this is keepable. This is definitely a good hand. I like the Knight of the Ebon Legend. Don't love our tapped lands, but we're on the play, or actually we're on the draw. Murderous Rider's pretty nice. I think maybe I've been playing a little bit too aggressive with this deck. Dread Horde Arcanist. Oh, I would love to have an untapped land there. No attacks. Pass the turn. Feather. Which if they play Feather, hopefully we can find land for this Murderous Rider. And life will be pretty good. If we can kill a Feather the turn they play it, amazing. Tajik. Whoa, 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 that's bad. Oh crap, that's really bad. Alright, yep. No blocks. Down to 16. Alright, Bonecrusher Giant on this. That's actually probably better than Ingress Rampage. Man, sorry guys. I'm struggling with my nostrils right now. Down to 17 past the turn. I'm going to hold on to the Ingress Rampage. That is something that does actually get around Feather protection, which I'm assuming they're going to be playing Feather in this with everything they've got so far. Tajik pretty good. I've actually not seen Tajik in the Feather deck, but it's good. All right, don't have a land. Give us the land though. I mean, I guess we can hope they choose the wrong one. It's literally the only play we've got, and I'd rather at least get rid of one of these guys before they come out with something else. Dead. Sorry, guys. Ugh. Fine strike, yep. Draws cards. We aren't out of this game yet. We're pretty close to being out of this game. We can always hope that they will go for the scry with God's Willing on our end step, so then we can Murderous Rider or Bedevil. Yeah, grows the Feather, swings in for 1.5 million. Down to 8, holding up white mana. And that's game. I am going to fling in Knight of the Ebon Legion. Just for fun. Dude, we just could not find anything there. Yeah, we've had like the worst drawing with this deck. All right, we get Simic, bringing on Simic. And maybe we do need Fervent Rider in here as well, Fervent Champion. Which Embercleave is a free equip with that. But Embercleave's so expensive, so I'm not sure if we go there. That's kind of a different deck entirely. All right, we do get... This is a pretty good hand. This is actually a really good hand. I'd love to be on the play. But nah. Okay, Mountain. See if our Knight will live over a Shock. Not as many people are playing Shock because of the Bonecrusher Giant now. But of course these guys are. Of course. Blood Crypt. Alright, Knight of the Ebon Legend. Interesting, not playing anything there, huh? Castle Embereth. We're gonna go for the Rotting Regisaur here, but swing in. Yeah, no Pumpage. Pumpage might have been good there. But red is going to have a really hard time dealing with a Rotting Registrar. And if we do find Embercleave off the top, then we get to play it here. Poor Bryn. Okay. Oh, what do we discard? Scorching Dragonfire seems kind of dead at the moment. Judith and Fling could be good here. There's Embercleave. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. All right, swinging. Embercleave with the Rotting Registrar. Yes! Oh, it's so beautiful. Down to 2. We have the Fling in hand. Knight of the Even Legion can fling in now. Yes! Oh, it's so good. All right, watch them like come back and beat us somehow. I swear, every time I think I finally have a victory, life just gets sad. And we really haven't been able to fling much at all. Like, this deck has not been working how it's supposed to. It's been really frustrating. They do have a lot of possible removal with this Torpid. If they have like 3 shocks, it does, yeah, they can do 8 here, 4 there. Swing in. Down to 14. Watch them like have lethal here. They light up the stage. Good blockers. The double strike and trample though will still kill them. Yes! Alright, well we could have flung in for the win. Embercleave, that's also why Embercleave is there. Yeah, so we get the win. I don't think we ever got to actually fling with our RAKDOS Fling deck, so that's pretty sad. All right, so there you guys have it with RAKDOS Fling, and it's sad. The one time I think we actually got to fling with this deck, it actually got negated, which is the worst thing because sacrificing creatures is an additional cost, so you already sacrifice them before you even get the value. So I don't know, maybe Fling isn't very good in the format right now. It is fun. Maybe Embercleave is just better because it kind of does like basically what you're wanting Fling to do. Doubles up the amount of power that you can fling at someone. The best thing about Fling is that you can do it in response to a removal spell. That's usually what you're wanting to do, but I think we were a little bit light on mana for what we were trying to do, so maybe we bring in a little bit more mana to the deck. And we never really got like our dream draw. We never got Knight of the Even Legion into Dreadhorde Butcher, into having a Fling and an Embercleave or that kind of stuff. Like we just never really got it to happen. We were drawing pretty poorly throughout this whole time against different decks, and maybe we just didn't have the right kind of interaction for the decks that are out there right now. People have a lot of removal for things like Rotting Registrar, for a lot of our stuff, so it's really annoying right now. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.